It's May 2025, and that means it's time to talk about the money that millions of Americans are depending on. Whether you're receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI due to disability, or monthly SSI support, you know how critical these payments are to your everyday life. From keeping food on the table to paying rent or staying on top of your medical bills, every dollar counts, and knowing exactly when that money is coming in can make a huge difference. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about May's Social Security payments, the exact dates when you can expect your deposit or check to arrive, depending on which benefit you receive. We'll walk through all the important details, including some key differences based on your birthday and the type of benefit you're receiving. There are also important updates that could affect when your money lands in your account, or even whether you see an extra deposit this month. So make sure to stay with us through the end, because this isn't just another update. It's your financial calendar for May, and we're going to make sure you're fully informed. Let's begin with some context. 2025 has already been a significant year for Social Security recipients. After a few turbulent years of inflation and economic uncertainty, this year brought a meaningful cost of living adjustment, also known as the COLA. Thanks to that COLA, benefit payments have increased across the board. That means every Social Security, SSDI, and SSI payment in May is part of the new, higher payout structure that went into effect starting January. For many Americans, this adjustment brought a bit of relief, helping monthly checks better match the rising cost of groceries, gas, and healthcare. So with that in mind, let's take a closer look at the payment calendar for May. And to be clear, not everyone receives their money on the same day. Your payment date depends on several key factors. First, the specific type of benefit you receive, whether it's traditional Social Security retirement, Social Security disability insurance, or Supplemental Security Income. Second, when you started receiving benefits. And third, in some cases, the exact day of the month you were born. Let's start with Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. This benefit is specifically designed to help low-income individuals who are age 65 or older, blind, or disabled. It provides monthly payments to those who need additional help covering the basics. Normally, SSI payments are made on the first of each month. However, if that date falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the payment is moved to the last weekday of the previous month. In the case of May 2025, we have a straightforward situation. May 1st falls on a Thursday, which means SSI recipients will receive their monthly payment right on time. There's no rescheduling necessary, no early delivery, and no weekend delays. For those receiving SSI, the check or deposit should arrive on Thursday, May 1st. And remember, if you have your benefits set up through direct deposit, that payment could hit your bank account in the early morning hours, sometimes as early as midnight or just after, depending on your bank's processing times. So to all of our viewers receiving SSI, the first date to mark on your calendar is May 1st. That's when the money is officially scheduled to land. Now let's talk about Social Security retirement benefits and SSDI, that's Social Security disability insurance. These benefits share the same general payment schedule, but there are a few distinctions based on when you first started receiving benefits. If you began receiving either Social Security retirement or SSDI before May 1997, then you're on a fixed payment schedule, regardless of your birthday. That group receives their benefits on the third day of each month, unless the third falls on a weekend or holiday. For May 2025, the third falls on a Saturday. And because the Social Security Administration does not issue payments on weekends, that payment will be sent one day early on Friday, May 2nd. So if you're in that group, a longtime Social Security or SSDI recipient who began before May 1997, your money will arrive on May 2nd, not May 3rd. Again, direct deposit could mean your payment shows up early in the morning, but for most people, Friday is the date to watch. That brings us to the majority of Social Security retirement and SSDI recipients, those who began receiving benefits after May 1997. For this group, the payment dates are determined by the date of birth of the primary beneficiary. This staggered approach helps the Social Security Administration manage the massive volume of payments each month. Here's how it works. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your benefit payment is issued on the second Wednesday of the month. For those born between the 11th and 20th, the payment arrives on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday is between the 21st and 31st, your check or deposit comes on the fourth Wednesday of the month. So for May 2025, those dates are as follows. The second Wednesday is May 14th, the third Wednesday is May 21st, and the fourth Wednesday is May 28th. That means if you were born between the 1st and 10th of the month, you'll see your Social Security or SSDI benefit on Wednesday, May 14th. If your birthday is from the 11th to the 20th, expect your payment on May 21st. And for those born in the final third of the month, between the 21st and 31st, your deposit or check will arrive on Wednesday, May 28th. It's important to note that these dates apply to both direct deposit and direct express card users. If you receive paper checks by mail, which is now far less common, you may experience some delays due to postal service processing times. The safest and fastest way to receive your benefits is through electronic deposit, and the SSA continues to encourage recipients to make that switch if they haven't already. Now, let's pause for a moment to address a common concern. What happens if your payment doesn't arrive on the expected date? If you're receiving direct deposit and your money hasn't shown up by the end of the day, first check with your bank or financial institution. Occasionally, delays in bank processing or internal account holds can slow things down. If it's been more than 3 business days since your payment date and the money still hasn't arrived, then it's time to contact the Social Security Administration. Their national helpline is 1-800-772-1213, and they can help you investigate any problems with your payment. Now here's another question many of our viewers ask. Is there any chance of receiving an extra payment in May? The answer depends on your personal situation. While there are no federal stimulus checks or one-time bonuses scheduled for May, some people may still receive back pay. This often happens when someone has recently been approved for Social Security, SSDI, or SSI benefits, and the SSA owes them benefits from prior months. In these cases, a lump sum payment may be issued separately from your regular monthly benefit. If that applies to you, the SSA will usually send a notice explaining the amount and reason for the extra deposit. Also, depending on where you live, some states offer state supplemental SSI payments, which are typically added on top of the federal SSI benefit. These supplemental payments vary by state and are not administered by the federal SSA in every case. If you're unsure whether your state provides these benefits, it may be worth checking with your local social services office or reviewing your online SSA account. Speaking of which, if you haven't already signed up for My Social Security account at SSA, now is a great time to do so. This free online portal allows you to check your payment schedule, view your earnings record, and update your personal information, such as direct deposit details or mailing address. It's one of the best tools available to manage your benefits and avoid payment disruptions. For SSI recipients, the payment will be made on Thursday, May 1st. If you receive Social Security or SSDI and you started benefits before May 1997, your money will arrive on Friday, May 2nd, due to the weekend conflict. If you began receiving Social Security or SSDI after May 1997, your payment date is determined by your birthday. May 14th if you were born between the 1st and 10th. May 21st if your birthday is from the 11th to the 20th, and May 28th if you were born from the 21st to the 31st. 5 total payment days. That's the full Social Security and SSI payment calendar for May 2025. Keeping track of these dates is more than just helpful, it's essential. With bills to pay and budgets to maintain, knowing exactly when your money is coming in helps you stay in control and avoid late fees or overdrafts. So as we close out this update, remember, these Social Security and SSI payments are not just deposits. They're lifelines. And knowing when that lifeline is arriving can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Social Security updates, payment alerts, and news that affects your benefits. We post regularly to help you stay informed, prepared, and financially empowered. And don't forget to share this video with friends or family who rely on Social Security. They'll appreciate having these dates marked and ready.